Damn, hour 20 on NBA shit. God
Man.
damn.
I told y'all niggas. Hey,
Okay,
I'm scared for
make
these
this
Saturday
quick.
pods, bro. I'm scared for these Saturday pods.
Are we even gonna do Saturday pods? Let's be honest with
Of
ourselves.
course we are, bro.
We might do an occasional one. Like a
How are we gonna
like
talk NBA? We can't do this shit with NFL
yeah,
on, bro.
we can't do this every Tuesday.
Ain't no way.
We can't do this.
Golly, bro.
Yeah, man. UFC. Hey, sometimes the UFC has events outside of pay-per-view events, and they'll go to Jacksonville, they'll go to Utah, they'll go to some random country. Sometimes they'll fucking go to the Apex, which don't get me started on that. I can have a whole different rant on that. I like that they can save money on the Apex and that they save the sport during COVID and were able to do it in their own private facility. But I want to hear a crowd. I don't want to hear nobody fighting at the fucking Apex with no crowd, even though it is kind of cool to hear the punches and stuff. But when these niggas go to Paris,
Croissant?
Paris right now, on my soul, is the best MMA crowd of all time. They just got it legalized and sanctioned like a few years ago, and ever since then, every company that goes out there that has something to do with MMA, the events go crazy. That's the only place where you can thrive if you're not the UFC. Shout out to Doumbé. Anytime he fights out there, it's wild. And this last weekend was just a testament to that. The Paris crowd, they are fucking insane. They yell chants, they scream and cuss out anybody. They don't even care if they don't know the nigga. If he got that red, white, and blue flag by his name, they cheering for you. And you know what? Paris, unlike UFC Noche, where the Mexicans went like 1 of 7 fights, they went 7-2. They went 7-2, and it was. I didn't get to see all the fights. I'm gonna just call out a couple ones that are pretty important, so that we can save a little bit of time here.
What the fuck did Dana White find 9 French fighters?
Oh, it's a lot of French fighters. It's a lot of French fighters that you might not have known were French, but they'll claim France. Like if Ngannou was still in the UFC, he would have been on this card because
I see what you're saying.
He claims Cameroon, but he fights out of Paris. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
They're a big, and to my point, they're a big MMA country. They are a big fighting country. Aline Perez versus, I'm not even gonna say that name. I don't even know this girl, but I'm assuming
Zelensikova.
Look,
that's pretty good. To be honest, I think that's right.
Her motherfucking ass. Jumped and pounced on that. And what she do after? Y'all got it. What she do?
Emphasis on the ass. Twerk that thing.
She twerked that thing.
It's time for the twerkulator. 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 Hey, she was shaking that thing though.
She was shaking that thing. And she got a little thing to be shook. You know, she's people were talking about her before because she's the one MMA. She might be the first MMA fighter who was doing OnlyFans before she got on the UFC roster. But
I did some investigation too for the pod.
What did the results say?
Pretty mid, but that ass is legit. But the rest, very disappointing. Stick to MMA. All right, Perez.
Imagine how weak your shit gotta be to be like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna get my face smashed.
No, for real,
she
bro.
was already getting her face smashed before that.
Hello.
Sides to the same coin.
Stick to the script.
But yeah, it was a great fight. She got her pretty early, round 1, about 3 minutes in. Then twerked on her head. I mean, she said that apparently the girl was talking shit about her. So, you know, if that's the case, then do what you got to do. I got a bad taste with her name in my mouth because of, you know, her spat that she had with Tracy Cortez.
Your wife?
Y'all who know Tracy Cortez. That's the MMA bae. She used to be, for those who don't know, that her and Brian Ortega used to be a big thing, and then something happened. I don't know. Tracy Cortez is nice. Tracy Cortez had to chop her hair off to make weight, and Aline Perez was making fun of her, talking about, oh, you're not professional. They called you to do this and you had to do that. Fast forward a couple months, the bitch didn't even make weight for this fight. She didn't even make weight for this fight twice. She tried to twice. She didn't even make weight for this fight. So that's a crazy hypocritical statement. And they were kind of jawing back and forth. I want to see that next. I want to see Tracy Cortez go down to bantamweight and see what happens. But I honestly think Eileen Perez will win that. But it was a good fight nonetheless. We'll skip up to the main card. Fares Ziam. I don't know too much about this guy, except for the fact that motherfuckers was calling him soft. You see the 16-4. Why are they calling him soft? No finishes. All decisions. 15. Up until this fight. I don't know if y'all saw that knockout, but they were in the clinch.
Frivola.
The steamroller.
Fuck out.
Steamroller Frivola got knocked out with a knee from the clinch. It was brutal. You can't call Ziam soft now. He knocked him the fuck. That was brutal too.
It was after Frivola took like 10 knees throughout the fight too. It was like a buildup, and then he didn't move for like 2-3 minutes after the fight. That he was motionless.
Yeah, he was out. So that was a great showing. Morgan Cherie, he's one of these people where, you know, we might not know him as Americans, but apparently he's really, really, really big in France outside of fighting because of some reality show where he was helping people lose weight. So crowd was really on his side. Yeah, you can see TKO in the second round, knocked him out. I really like him. Every time I've seen him a couple times. The only reason I recognize him is because of his back tattoo. He has that big old gorilla in the back of on his back, and it's honestly hard.
That's crazy.
But yes, we'll move on. We don't got to talk about these a lot. This is still a fight night. All right, we don't really give too much of a fuck. Bryan Battle. What did I say before we got him? This is a Bryan Battle podcast. This is a Bryan Battle podcast. This is what dogs are made of, bro. He put it on him. He put it on him honestly, it took him a little bit to warm up, but then that jab was working crazy. He started piecing him up. Crowd was booing him. He flipped off the crowd. He said, "Fuck y'all. Y'all thought I was going to lose a fist fight with a Frenchman?" He repeated it. He said it twice. "Y'all thought I was going to lose a fight to a Frenchman?" That's some real heel stuff. Bryan Battle used to be like 300 pounds. There's an old video circulated right now of his first fight professionally, and he got knocked the fuck out, and he don't even look the same. He looked like Daniel Cormier. He looks gigantic. To see him now slim down, rise in the ranks of welterweight, like, oh my god, bro. I'm a big Bryan Battle fan. Like, were you guys able to check out any of that fight?
I watched the fight.
What'd you think?
That man was ready for war. That's what it seemed like, man. That man stood 10 toes, man. He was like, "Hey, you gonna get this ass whooping."
Oh God,
you gonna get this ass whooping, bro.
I really want to know if his name is actually Bryan Battle, because there's no way his last Battle.
It can't be government. It can't be government. But I see some clips on Twitter, bro. He's a dog, bro. He a dog.
Nasruddin Imavov took the win over Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen was on a crazy 5-fight run. Middleweight has some things to work out, because I still think Brendan Allen can compete at the top. So we'll see. He was talking crazy too. So it's all good. Renato Moicano, Money Moicano, took the dub over BSD, Benoit Saint Denis.
Here comes the money.
Money Moicano, baby. Yes, sir. Hey, the one thing that I love about this nigga, bro, he'll win, and then his post-fight presser, his post-fight speech will always be some philosophical fuck the government ass shit. He said something of the lines of like, "Hey, I like the French, but fuck the government." Like, just started going in on naming names that I ain't never heard of before, talking about you should read this book, and they talk about tyranny is the like, bro, how are you thinking about this right after a fight, bro? He's an interesting character. He's an interesting character, bro. He has some troubles like in his first fights because he was trying to keep it on the feet. If you get on the ground with Renato Moicano, it's a wrap, as we saw with Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit Saint Denis did lose, but with his last 2 fights, people might kind of just be ready to, take him off the watch list for prospects. No, Benoit Saint Denis, he's still up there. It's 2 bad fights that ended unfortunately. I still have some belief that Benoit Saint Denis is going to be on a championship run within the next 2-3 years. We'll see him. You'll see him. But that's all I got to say for Paris. They showed out. They need to go to Paris 2-3 times a year at least. But yeah. Before I move on, any other comments on Paris?
They do got a crazy UFC fan base.
Shouts out Brian Battle.
Man.
Brian Battle, though.
They're passionate
Brian
people.
Battle.
UFC 307. We got a nice little card. For the prelims, we got Wonder Boy Stephen Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley. I'm a big Buckley fan. He needs to take this to the ground. He needs to take it to the ground. If he doesn't, he's gonna lose. Stephen Thompson is that guy. He's the white MVP. Let's just put it like that. He's the white Michael Vitter.
Elite kickboxer, yeah.
Elite karate fighter.
Oh, karate,
yes. And when anytime somebody is their specialty is karate, they have this lanky, far away stance, and they can touch you from all the way across the ring. They point fight a lot because in karate tournaments, it's all about point fighting, getting those touches, not really doing a lot of damage. And him and MVP, they show it the best, which is why they're probably not going to have MVP fight Stephen Thompson, because you would think that would be an exciting fight, but it probably would be really boring because they probably wouldn't touch each other.
Right.
We got Delidze versus Holland, should be a great one. Kayla Harrison coming over from the PFL, showing her UFC reign. She's probably going to beat the fuck out of whoever this is. Ketlin Vieira, shout out. We got the GOAT, one of the GOATs, Jose Aldo versus
bro. 40 total fights is crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen a number that high.
Bro, yeah. I'm surprised he's still fighting. I thought he retired. He must have came out of retirement.
Damn.
So this one is the one you gotta watch with your hands over your eyes. I hate fights like this because I hate seeing greats go out sad. We got another great, Juliana Pena versus Raquel Pennington. I don't even know who's gonna win this. This is gonna be a great fight. If I had to choose, I'm gonna go Pena, but Pennington is obviously the one on top right now. She's a champion. And then what we all here for, Alex Poatan Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree, who some say don't even deserve this fight. I'm gonna keep it real with you right now. Obviously, I'm going to favor Pereira, but the fact that I know neither of these two are going to take this to the ground, and this is going to be a heavily all kickboxing match, heavy striking match, it's anybody's game. It's anybody's game. Okay. Because if Roundtree, all it takes is a couple good jabs, a good hook here and there, a couple leg kicks. Alex can't really do the whole leg thing that he usually does on people with Roundtree, because with his Muay Thai fighting, he keeps that lead leg up and loose, and he's gonna check all those kicks. So he's not gonna be able to take out his feet. So it's gonna be really interesting. And to be honest, well, y'all see it in my weekly bets, but I would take the dog in this one if you want to, try to get some good money off this. So
I'm not pulling up those odds real quick.
Say again.
Yeah, you mind pulling up those odds real quick?
Let's see.
Here's the thing about checking kicks,
because you got me intrigued.
Even if you got proper form, them kicks is still gonna hurt, especially if he starts throwing some calf kicks. I don't think Roundtree stands a fucking chance.
But it's two sides of the same coin, because Roundtree's going to do the same exact thing.
Two different levels of Muay Thai, man. It's just
the thing, but Pereira doesn't fight Muay Thai. He fights traditional kickboxing.
I'm smelling a shot bet between EJ and Phoenix.
Yeah, we can if you want. Phoenix, you want to do a shot bet?
I'll do a shot bet. I'll go with my boy.
Look, this is what I'll do. If Roundtree lasts past the third round, I'll take a shot, even if he loses.
I wouldn't. I'm not even gonna take that bet with you because it's still. I don't even think this is a round thing. I think because they're both fighters and they both have both strikers and they both have good cardio. Like it don't matter what round they're in. First round is gonna be just as dangerous for both of them as the fifth round is gonna be.
I don't.
The round total is 1.5.
The first round, bro.
The round total is 1.5. That is so low. They don't expect this shit to go to 2.
Roundtree's getting
I see. Out, bro. Yeah, somebody's getting knocked out. That's the thing, though. Somebody is getting knocked out, and if somebody doesn't, if it goes to decision, then that's crazy. We probably just witnessed a crazy, boring fight.
Hey, Andy, who's that? A producer you used to work with? It's Khalil.
Oh my God! Shout out to boy. Shout out to boy. He not getting knocked out though.
Hey, plus 360 Q. You can make some bread on that.
Yeah, I'm a sprinkle. I'm gonna put a little something on that.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be good. Underdog. We'll reconvene next week. Obviously, I don't want to get too much on. There's not much to say besides this is going to be an exciting fight. I'm just going to go for the dog for money purposes. But who am I to bet against Alex Pereira? I'm a fan of Alex Pereira, big fan, but I'm also a big fan of Khalil Roundtree. He's just more on the up and up for me. I like his story. I like his personality. That's outside of fighting things, but I think it's going to be exciting fight nonetheless. This is one for the fans. This is one for the fans for sure.
Run it up. That's going to be a good fight though.
Hell yeah.
I think I got to side with EJ on that one. I think he's getting knocked out before the second round is over.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like I have no arguments against that because Khalil Roundtree, to be honest, shouldn't even be here if we're talking meritocracy. But UFC don't really go off meritocracy sometimes.
Right.
It shouldn't, to be honest.
That would be an insane upset.
I mean, I feel like it should, considering that like they're the past like 5 to 10 years they've been really trying to like be taken seriously as a sport. And if you want to be taken seriously as a sport, you have to one, pay your athletes, 2, have some sort of system that makes sense, which is why we had. Oh, go ahead.
I like setting up the fights how the fans want to see it.
Yeah. But then on the same side of the coin, like you want to see
it fucks you up. Yeah, exactly. It fucks you up if you actually grinded your way.
Yes, that's that for UFC.
Give it up for Q, y'all. Reporting live. The one-stop shop. People are watching this specifically for Q's expertise.
Yep. If y'all doing that, if y'all watching all this for 5-minute expertise, I applaud y'all. Applaud you.
I ain't no 5 minutes, nigga. In 2 hours, we ain't got to NFL.
I'm talking 5 minutes. They watching this for 5 minutes of UFC.
We gotta hit Q with one of these.
Right.
Nah, he mobbed through that pretty like seamlessly.
I'm fucking around.
It was very efficient.
Yeah.